Hello and welcome to the IeR International Esports Racing League. Here with your host DxT Hobo, and obviously joined by DxT Ferret Gaz. How are you doing today, pal?
I am really happy right now. I'm like over the moon right now. I'm just seeing the rain. I'm like, yes.
Obviously, the rain is coming down. We are here for round 18 here in USA, and as you can see, it is chucking it down. This is definitely a full wet condition race, so interested to see what the track's going to be like in the actual race.
Yeah, it'd be quite interesting, especially if it's a dry race. It's going to be like, what are these drivers going to be doing? Especially the fact that no assists. If they're going to like compromise and go for the wet air, there's Nicky Niemann goes a bit squiggly coming out of the pits.
He does there. So
Tokyo drifting round turn one.
He's on full wets as well, so he's on full wets. What I'll do quickly, I'm going to run through the tables and stuff, and then we'll crack on with watching these guys handle these conditions. So 1 second, let's bring this up quickly. It should be fantastic to watch this, to be honest. I really can't wait. Okay, starting obviously, of course, with, as we do every week, your driver's standings. And leading the way currently is TNE TP be in this race here with two. Sorry, 1 second. My screen has gone a bit funny. Where is it gone? Yeah, not sure what happened there. My screen just gone blank on my phone. I think it's just overheated. How do phones overheat? Like, yeah, it's so stupid thing to do. Let's watch this quickly while he's doing this. We'll put him on. He's already invalidated it, but then again, he's on a outlap, so it doesn't really matter at the minute. Okay, here we go. That's it. It's cooled down. It's cooled down. It's all good. Okay, so back to the tables. Thierry at the moment leading the way in the Red Bull with 238. Second place we have Speedy, aka Joe Roberts, with 194. Ken Doyle is in third with 187. Mano Beekveld is in fourth with 175. Harry Lillas in fifth with 129. We have Scotty Harris in sixth with 126. Johnny Stokes, his teammate, is right behind him. There's a bit of a gap now forming between these two guys after the last few races on 108. Freddie Martinez on 101. We have Dennis Collar with 99. Roddy Shields with 52. Goran Udozic with 35. Patrick Boylard with 22. Chris Murphy with 18. Anthony Guerrero with 16. We have Robert Siskar with 10. Then we have Marshall Sandy on 8. Dean Fabrice on 6. And yet to score, we have Nicky Niemann and Tyler Heron. What this does to your current team standings, or constructor standings, if you will. Williams are leading the way still with 381, but it's very close at the top. Don't put Red Bull to bed yet. They have 367, and they are 14 points behind. It's very doable, this table. Third place we have the Ferrari with 234, Mercedes with 193, Racing Point with 180, Haas with 123, Renault with 87, AlphaTauri with 41, Alfa Romeo with 16, and the McLaren boys are still at the bottom, but gaining points. They have 8 points. So there we go. Let's have a look how these guys handle this wet track. Nicky Niemann has already invalidated it as well. Oh, crash from D'Amalio? Oh, is he a reserve today? Out reserve. So yeah, dry race from Ken. The weatherman Ken says dry race.
Yeah, so it's what these drivers are thinking now is like, do they compromise the qualifying setup for the race setup, which it's a no-brainer. You're gonna have to, but it's how much do you compromise?
Personally, I think
especially with these conditions.
But bearing in mind it's full wet, they can't do much with regards to the ride height. I think if they start adjusting ride height to make their cars skim over the puddles, then in the race it's going to be dreadful. So they've kind of got to adapt to their cars in such a way where they can change them back legally in the race. So like front wings, that kind of stuff. They can't do much in regards of... So these guys, regards of setups, these guys will still be primarily running on full wet setups. Full dry setups. Because it'll be too much of a loss. Let's say it's 18 minutes of qualifying. There's only 12 drivers in here today, so it said to risk it all in qualifying is a bit of a gamble.
I'd risk putting a little bit extra downforce in, given it because like
downforce. It is 100%.
Yeah, add a bit more downforce for front and rear wing. Gives you a little bit of advantage in the qualifying, get yourself further up.
Well, I believe the rear wing here, Mano gets really fish happy there, tail happy there with a little fish tail. Well, the rear wing around this track happens to be quite high anyway. I think it's about 9. So like that's what most drivers are on, 9/8.
So that's quite decent. Then that means that they are going to have some decent pace going through some of these corners in the wet.
Yeah, definitely. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Bob with Scotty now. So first tow time's been set. Speedy at 1:48.4. Mano at 1:48.5. Ken to 2:02. Thierry goes fastest so far. Was that someone's off track? Oh, Speed's off track there in the S's. Yeah, Thierry of 1:48.1.
Well, yeah, Scotty's done all right at the moment. He's purple sector 1. He is a little bit slipping around the Maggott and Beckett-esque corners, but it's I can't see Jurg any kind of advantage people are going to be able to get in qualifying. It's going to help the most.
No, definitely not.
In a race, really, because this is it's going to be polar opposite if it's a full dry race.
Yeah, it'd be very, very difficult to actually get these cars around this particular track. Bearing in mind it is now full wet. But the thing is, the best thing about this being a full wet is that we're going to see or separate the men from the boys. They do say that in F1, rain is the great equaliser. Obviously here, everyone's set to equal car performance, so it's not an equaliser in that sense. But some drivers are better equipped in the wet than they are in the dry. So we could see the likes of someone shocking jumping into pole.
Well, that's where, like, I'll be honest, that's where I tend to gain the most ground, and is in a wet race. I tend to handle the wet better than other drivers that are quicker than me. So you are right on that. It is an equaliser on that effect. But like these drivers that we've got, drivers such as TP, Speedy, Mano, Scotty, and Ken, they can handle the wet races. So I don't see them. It's going to make much of a difference when it comes to what we usually see. And I think it's going to be further down. We're going to have drivers such as like Decky and Dutch Face Major probably going to jump in to higher positions than we would normally expect.
Yeah, 100%. I really can't wait for it. I really, really can't wait to see how this pans out. Oh, I think that Dennis Collar there invalidates his lap, so he has to chug around again. What these cars will tend to do as well in a full wet race, or full wet qualifying, I should say, is put a bit more fuel in the car, because they're not going to start on these tyres. Bear in mind it's a dry race, so they do a couple of laps on them. That way, if they do invalidate it, they could just carry on rather than waste time coming into pits, coming out again. So you do expect these guys to do about maybe 4 or 5 laps on these particular tyres before they change. Because they do need to keep an eye on the conditions, because it might dry up. And if it does dry up here in USA, the temperature will just literally dry the track in minutes. As we see Johnny Stokes there getting a little tow from his teammate. Good teamwork from the Ferraris there.
So we've got is Mano retired? I think Mano retired in the pits, didn't he? He's happy with his time. He's like, yeah, I've set a time. This is a little bit earlier. I think it's more the fact that I think it might be the fact that look, I've put a time in. I'm not going to bother going out there again. Not in this setup.
Yeah.
As we've got Decky's just done an Harry right at the end of the Maggott and Beckett-esque corners.
On an outlap as well, so it's just going to show you there how much Decky will be struggling. I will jump back on board with Johnny Stokes as he comes round the final corner. As you can see, look how wet. It's literally like a boat race right now. And I don't mean Cockney for face. And it's the 150.0. So not as quick as Speedy, as Ken goes to 147.7. Fantastic.
Ken's done exactly what you said. He's gone out there with a bit of extra fuel. He's done 2 laps. He did a really slow first lap. Then he's picked up a bit, and then he's picked up again. And that's a fantastic time there by Speedy. AKA Sausage. 147.5.
Who came up with that name, Sausage?
Oh, it's because he was cooking sausages and he said it was going to take him 30 minutes. Yeah. So I made that thing like if he comes over to DxT,
DxT
he should have DxT sausage. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's a fantastic thing. There we go. We've got a good Williams 1-2 at the moment, which is quite interesting to see. Thierry doing it on his own, which we've seen for the last few weeks now, of Harry not being there as he's gone.
You say that, and he spins. He does an Harry.
Commentator's curse is back. The commentator's curse is back in full
Yeah. Dreidel, life for me.
Oh, for God's sake, Mano. Mano just commented in the chat. Guys, I'm out. I'm guessing that's like a paraphrase of my clip.
Oh. Or is that actually the fact that he's crashed? He might have crashed, but earlier, and that's why he said, "No, I have crashed it." He crashed it to turn 3. So, we should have picked up on that. We could have actually, have I spun? I'm out.
For God's sake, for guys who are not familiar with that, that is an impression of me around France. It was a very glitchy race.
It was so glitchy. My car on the AI, driving off before the lights went red, and then parked in front of Izzy's car. That was funny.
Yeah, literally, like his car reversed and like tried to do like a parallel park while under the AI. So like we can't control it. Lights wasn't even out. Lights wasn't even up yet because all you can see is Gaz's car move. So what happened in the race was that suddenly I'm going around probably one of the fastest corners off the track. And suddenly my tyres went from perfect temp to minus like 300, and I lost everything and spun into one of the islands and crashed.
Yeah, 10-10 it was. So which is
I thought it was 9 or 10. Yeah, it was frustrating.
It was signs that you said that you spun out. It was like, it's great. I don't know if you actually heard it on the stream. Did you catch the what turn was what corner?
I did.
As the owner name?
It was turn 1.
Yeah, turn 1, Big Red. I quite like the fact that there, Joe, you got these new circuits starting to appoint names.
Sorry, Decky spun on the last. He looked like he had he must have believed he had full traction, went full throttle, and he spun it in about fourth or fifth gear. He's in first. I'm just looking at the replay now. He's in second, third. He thinks he's safe. He's in fourth, fifth. Puts the throttle down, and the rears go. And Inters have come out as well. So the rain's starting to ease up, and there is now a slight racing line now, as you can see, and a slight dry line.
Yeah, it does start appearing after Joe, and you've got cars out there for 5 minutes. It does appear better, and this is like kind of like. You feel sorry for someone like Mano who's out now, who's not going to be able to take advantage of jumping on a set of intermediates and giving it a good go.
Because they are a lot faster as well. It's like in the race. If anyone watched the assisted race today, I said with myself, we had a wet quali that dried up very quick. I thought the medium tyres would probably been the better option. Bearing in mind it was a wet track, the track dried up so quick that it was actually. The mediums turned out to be 4 seconds slower than the softs, rather than the usual 1.7 seconds, I believe they are. So yeah, it was a massive L in my situation. Let's have a look at how Ken Doyle is dealing with his new intermediate tyres as he's going round. Guys, did you want to do your usual onboard run through with 4 minutes to go?
You know what we'll do it with Ken Doyle as he's on the intermediate. I think tyres.
So don't spin, Ken. You've got loads of pressure now. Do not spin. I just realised I've just tagged in the wrong stream link into the chat. So let me just get another stream link quickly. I put my own personal one. I don't know what I'm doing.
Bit special moment there for you.
They're quite a common occurrence, to be honest. These special moments. So, guys, if you do want to watch a stream, you can't hear me anyway. So, what's the point? If you do want to watch a stream, make sure you listen to this. I'm going to post this everywhere anyway, so people can watch. Okay, there we go.
So we are now starting the hot lap. So we've got Ken Doyle going down the start-finish straight as we head up the hill to Big Red, being the highest point of the circuit there, tight corner. This has actually it's been measured out to have 4 different racing lines through it, each equally effective as we go around turn 2 and head into the Maggots and Beckett-esque arena. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, as it makes you feel sick if you're there, you're not used to this. Around 7, and now 8, as we do have Decky getting out of the way. Around turn 9, this is quite short. Let's watch the exit because they can easily mistake it around turn 10. Up to the Malaysian hairpin of turn 11 down the Abu Dhabi straight. This is where you get the second DRS zone. This is where you find the most of the overtaking will be done here. Drivers are jostling for position, looking for that perfect line into turn 12 as it approaches. Hard on the brakes, late apex, cut the corner, but it's got to be late. Heading around turn 13 and 14. These are this is the Bahrain sector. This is like 10, 9 and 10 at Bahrain, just reversing it. As we go around again, the second part of that, heading into the Turkey turn 8 of turn 17 and 18. Foot down all the way in dry, you flat out in the dry. Quadruple apex around turn 19, dead sharp corner here on the left hander. Headed in for very tight pit entry around the turn 20 and a short stint into the start finish straight as you start this first DRS zone. And there Ken Doyle with the fastest lap of 146.7.
Yeah, it was a fantastic lap from Ken, and well done to yourself as well. I said it was brilliant. I said it's very strange watching a car go around in these wet conditions because, like you said, like on the very very long right-hander in the third sector, you expect drivers to be full throttle, and you can see there Ken was very very careful not to lose his rears.
Yeah, I think that was more like Ken was being a bit more cautious. I reckon he could easily take 1.2 seconds of that time.
Yeah, Thierry's just gone faster at 146.6, so a tenth faster. Or not even that, half a tenth of that. Very very quick.
Well, what I'm finding is like drivers on some corners are cutting it a bit early. So 10, 11 and 10, 12 for Ken Doyle. He does cut them in a bit too early. So hard on the brakes, get a turn a little bit later. They are turning very early, meaning that they're not getting the full run out when they go back, come back around onto it. Yeah. With hairpins, it's much better to have a later apex than an early apex. Even if you're going to cut the corner that as much as that you do, but you need to get that late apex for the faster exit speed.
Yeah, you definitely do. We've got a spinner. I believe that is Nicky Niemann, and it is.
Well, I stayed on board with Ken Doyle, and he's took Tier 17 and 18 much quicker than before.
Yeah, he's currently 3 temps down on his time as well. For some reason as well, Johnny Stokes has decided to keep, and Nicky, to keep on their wet tyres.
He hasn't improved at all on his time.
No, that'll be it, I think, for Ken. For Ken. Let's jump on board with Thierry, see how he gets on. Going around the final sector now. Not as brave as Ken, though, I must say, with his throttle. Does go full throttle now, though. So his throttle control seems to be a lot more timid. Does that cost him many times to go down the last corner? And he crosses the line. Does improve 2 temps, 146.4. Good time from him.
Yeah,
can anyone beat that though?
Quarter of a second he's taken off on that. But you know, I'm looking at these and I go, I know they can take an extra a lot more time off it, and I don't understand if it's the setup, because they're using a dry setup that's causing them to be a bit more cautious on some corners.
Oh yeah, I think 100% it is, because they've got to avoid a lot of puddles. That's the problem they've got, because the cars are still extremely low to the ground. So yeah, so normally, like we said earlier, you would raise your ride height to kind of avoid the water on track, surface water on track. But these guys can't do that because it will ruin their race completely. And as Johnny Stokes, as you expect, does come into the pits, very careful to slow his car down to get into that pit lane, because that is very difficult in the dry, let alone in the wet. Somehow I got 2 penalties today for cutting the corner and entering the pits.
Yeah, it's weird that they do that. You get given corner cutting when you haven't really cut a corner. It's just you cross that little line a little bit. And it's not really a corner cut. It's stupid. As that is pretty much the end of qualifying.
Yeah, Matty Green in the chat, TNE Matty G, just said, well, I'm starting at the back, wish me luck. Good luck. I said, not really funny, but I said, yes, you're at the back, but you're only in 12th. So, like, it's just still open to you. I think the most ideal strategy is a one-stop today as well.
The thing is, the game will tell you that two-stop is the way forward, but we've seen people doing the one-stop strategy, which works really well. So that's a medium to soft, works the best. But these guys have all got free tire trace, so expect them to use the alternate strategy, which is quicker.
Yeah, definitely is quicker. Battery Bottas, my pit crew is the joke. What happened there, Bottas? Let us know in the chat. The pit crews around here, that said, they are extremely slow. And it is frustrating. But fingers crossed in a new game. I say, like, in real life, it's 2.2 seconds normally, like the average pit stop, give or take. And on the game, it's 2.6 we get.
Yeah. Before we get into the formation lap, I'm just going to say, anybody who is watching the assist tier 1, at this stage of the race, we had Speedy jump in. Just basically giving a little announcement saying thank you to all the drivers. So I'm just going to reiterate that. So thanks to all the drivers, all the committee members and the commentators throughout all the tiers for all the effort in to get this season the best chance it has, especially with a very turmoil few days that we've had. So thanks guys for doing all that.
Yeah, definitely. So it's nice that everyone's kind of banded together and stayed together really as well. Like this could have went a lot worse, I think. It's still a shame what's happened. We're not going to talk about it like in depth because obviously it's not appropriate. But
no,
yeah, it's a shame what's happened. There's two sides to people's feelings about how it's been dealt with or how it was handled or that kind of stuff. But yeah, we've done what we needed to do. It's a big shame in some aspects, but some, like I said, it needed to be done as well. But fingers crossed anyway. We're looking forward with this with the new managers and new name as well. But here we go.
Yeah, well, I'll let you run through the starting grid.
Yeah, definitely. Here we go. So here is your DxT starting grid with your pole position being Thierry, TNE TP. Done a fantastic lap there we saw in the full wets, and he has chosen the medium tyres. So let's have a look as well. Let's turn on the telemetry and turn on the tyre itself. So yeah, as expected, everyone has chosen, or mostly has chosen the medium tyres. Ken Doyle is in second place. Third, we have Dennis Collar, which is a fantastic qualifying for him. So like I said earlier, like it does show what a bit of a wet tracks can do to a qualifying session. It's mixed it up completely. And we have Warriors in fourth. Again, Speedy down into fifth. Sixth place, we have Scotty Harris. His teammate choosing the softer tyre. So the Ferrari splitting strategy there. Don't want to put all the eggs in one basket, which is probably a good strategy to make. We have Mano in 8th, who obviously we did see crash out on turn 3 in the qualifying. Nicky Niemann is in 9th. Dean Fabrice comes in 10th. D'Amalio, one of the reserves today, chosen the hard tyre. So that's quite interesting in itself, the hard tyre. We do know that D'Amalio was part of the original no assist tier 1. Unfortunately, that had to fold due to lack of numbers, so he's reserving today, helping us out. And then we have TNE Matty G, who's basically a novice in regards to no assist racing, but done very well last week. Actually, I got to give it to him. He done extremely well last week.
He really did. I've got to give it to when you say you got to give it to him. It was fantastic. The fact that he jumped in, and he actually was quite competitive as well. Being the first time, full no assists.
Yeah, he definitely was. So, message from Bottas. So basically, I'm believing Bottas is Johnny Stokes. So he said, my pit crew. So the pit crew was a joke. What happened was they put him on full wets, but he requested to go on to intermediates. this could be why he's on softs as well. So this could be another bad strategy call from his pit route, or just ignoring him altogether. So here we go, the cars are now lined up on the grid, so let's get rid of that graphic. And I'll leave you with Gaz to run down the first corner comms. Yeah, snap, crackle and pop there from Gaz, he's still there?
Yeah, sorry about that. So we've got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights, and it's go, go, go. And TP getting a very good start there. As we do have Ken Dorr making that massive jump into first place. Takes a very nice line through turn 1, giving the space to Thierry on the outside. As they put some Williams in front of Speedy. Is Speedy jumped down a little bit? Oh no, he's back up.
He jumped up into third. It's
He
fantastic
jumped up
start from
into
him.
third. I didn't know. I'll be honest, I completely missed where he started. But Warriors as well. Warriors up in fourth. Absolutely fantastic effort from himself.
Oh yeah, Warrior started in fourth, so yeah, he's managed to hold it. But yeah, Dennis Collar, however, has jumped down. So basically, what's happened here is Speedy and Dennis Collar have swapped places. As we see Johnny Stokes using his soft tyres well, so obviously he's going to be extremely fast on his soft tyres, so he's going to really cut through the pack. As you can see as well, Matty G made up a place as well, up into 11th place. Mano as well, we have a little change with Nicky Niemann. They're going side by side down the Abu Dhabi Straight, as we like to call it. Nicky Niemann looks like he did a bit of overtake there. Might be a setup, it's down for fast speeds. Mano's going to have the inside. He does take it very well. Fantastic from him.
Scotty Harris has had a really rough start there, dropping down 4 places into 10th.
Yeah, he's not had the best of starts, whereas his teammate, on the other hand, are the best one, like the best of starts.
Yeah.
Then you'd expect that. So Johnny Stokes is on the soft tyre, so you'd expect him to really cut through, and he's got to make the most of these soft tyres, because he doesn't want to be right now stuck in traffic or in trains. He's making a move down Warriors inside into the last corner. Big lock up there from Warriors, as Johnny Stokes does take. Well, third place. Wait. Okay, time was screwed up. Okay, Thierry is fine. Don't worry, he is still second, as you see there, just flying past the screen. So it's Ken Doyle. I literally thought, what happened to Thierry? And I saw him just fly past my camera. Fingers crossed Co-Masters can get this sorted out. But look at this battle here with for first place with Ken Doyle, Thierry and Joe Roberts. As now the time board has really messed up, and now D'Amalio's winning the race. Oh, no, Matty G. Oh, no, Ken Doyle. For God's sake. You can
I'm just kind of like I was looking at it going like, I'll wait until the board
let's just wait and see what happens. But yeah, look at it. This battle for first is very, very good. And Johnny Stokes is now on there, chasing them down now. 2.1 seconds the gap, so that's going to come down very, very quickly. Mano as well, really close behind Warriors again. So Warriors wants to got the overtake done. Oh, big block up there from Warriors there. So I will have to get your name properly and actually say your proper name rather than keep saying Warriors.
Yeah, I'm tempted, just like Joe in the chat, just to say to him, like, I get a gif of that guy with the bottles in the Warriors. I was like, Warriors, come out to play,
Bit of a nudge and a bit of a kiss from Mano on Guerrero, which is, I believe, how you pronounce his name, is Warriors. Anthony Guerrero. As you can see now, he will have DRS. It should be a simple overtake for Mano. Warriors is not choosing to defend it with any overtake.
Johnny Stokes with that fastest lap so far with a 1:34.4.
Definitely expected, but look how close he is to the back of these leaders now. Warriors defended the inside line that first corner and did it beautifully, keeping Mano behind. So Mano, who we know is a very quick driver and a race winner, he's literally being stuffed behind Anthony Guerrero right now. Penalties are flying in left, right and centre as Matty G gets a 3-second penalty there.
Absolutely. See, penalties are so easy to get to accumulate here on
they're ridiculous.
Circuit.
They're ridiculous. Like I said, you make a mistake into the S's and then that's it, you're going to get a penalty. Because you've kind of got to correct yourself at some point. So you either slow down or you can maintain your speed, but you have to corner cut. There you go, Mano again, trying to make a move on Anthony Guerrero. Anthony defends the inside, which we've seen in the last few races. That is probably the ideal. But Mano, with that straight line speed, has managed to get the overtake done before the corner. So fantastic from him. And covers off the grippier outside line there.
It's one of those.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's one of those circuits that every corner has the alternate line that's probably just off pace, but not completely off pace where you expect them in most corners. So one driver could enter the corner one way and another driver could try it the other way, and they both can get at similar times and similar speeds going through. So it's about really the driver picking the best line for them, really going through them, which is very key for the overtakes.
Yeah, it very is. I said, and it's good as well because, like, guys, who did watch the or any races here we've had this week, you see a lot of the people. Well, normally in races, you when you're defending an oncoming attack, let's say, you defend the inside line because that is normally the key to defend. Here on that Abu Dhabi straight, it's actually probably better to defend the outside because you then get the inside for the next two corners and the better line through the Bahrain section of the track. So you do want to defend that inside line, though the outside line massively rather than the inside. So let the car try and go around you rather than you go around it. As we see a puntable move for the lead as Thierry does make that move. Thierry was very much in my pocket today, and let's see if he's learned from his lesson. And it looks like he has. He managed to hold off Ken, and Ken's got this inside line. So this is the bit I was telling you about. But Thierry must use that overtake, used his experience from practicing today in the assist league, and managed to hold off Ken Doyle.
Yeah, but that battle between the two toes brought Speedy right into that race there.
It really
Speedy's
has.
up there in the mix, waiting for a possible mistake from either driver. Obviously, you'd rather Thierry make the mistake than Ken Doyle, but right now, those two drivers, Ken Doyle and Speedy, are fighting for second in the championship.
Yeah, they really are. So it might be worthwhile maybe having if Ken can't claw back Thierry, that Speedy has a little swap round with the Williams. But like I was saying to you earlier about Johnny Stokes, about getting involved in a train, he is now desperate to try and get past these guys. Like, he's in a train, all these guys are DRS off each other, and his softer tyres aren't getting used to their potential right now.
Yeah, he's going to have to find that nice line coming up some corners to get the overtake done quickly. But with the DRS train, it's not going to be down the DRS streets. He's got to make that move.
No, he's got to try something different. Okay, it was ERS comparison. Speedy's got 50% using it now, and you see there Johnny Stokes using it on 30. So there's a 10% difference, 20% difference between the two drivers. So it's not looking good for Johnny Stokes. His tyres are going to start to fall massively. And Mano is also approaching this train as well, so Mano's about to get involved in this. As we have the two Racing Point boys going side by side into the last corner, into the Abu Dhabi end. And there you go. So Matty showing his teammate there what he can do on the soft tyres. Fantastic from Matty. He's doing brilliantly.
Scotty Harris is all over the back of Damali. But basically, it's absolutely trying to find out the way through, because Damali is on hard tyres, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on the hards, yeah.
I'm really against the hard tyres around here, but if you're a driver that can make it work, then go for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Damalio is extremely quick, so his pace on these hard tyres is like probably everyone else's on the mediums. So yeah, he'll make his tyres work, definitely.
Yeah, so he's got to give himself the best opportunity for the long stint. Get onto a set of soft tyres roughly about lap 20, and then have those soft tyres at full effect right until the end. Whereas anybody with the medium tyres going for the one stop, they're going to be struggling at the both ends of the stints. So you're looking at 16 laps on the mediums, 12 on the hards, on the softs.
Yeah. You can stretch those speed of about 17 as well. I think you can get to about 18, but by that point, I think they are well and truly dead. As we see, Scotty does fly past Damalio, gets that car in front before that corner there. So fantastic move from Scotty. Not much Damalio can do, but like you said, they're on different strats. There's no point fighting it.
Yeah. See, Damalio could. He's got to fight the mediums. The mediums are
yellow
drivers.
flag. Yellow flag. Dennis Collins spun. No damage, just a bit of a spin.
Yeah, like a little bit of a spinneroonie, as some people call it. I really cringed a little bit when I said that. It's just like one of those things. Like, I don't understand why people call it a spinneroonie. They're not Booker T. So.
Oh, just looking at the gap now between first and seconds, Thierry's now pulled out 1.2 seconds, 1.1 still from Ken. So he's now outside of DRS range, and can Ken do anything in this section to gain it back? I've also just noticed as well that the game's graphics here, when you're looking at the sky and there's clouds, it isn't the best when you're on board with them. If you go on board with a driver and you just look into the sky, you can see how quickly these cloud, you can see a layer of cloud. I'm not sure if that's a normal thing, or it's a bit of a mistake from the Codemasters.
It's weird that it's.
Yeah, it's very.
You can see it's an overlay.
Yeah, it's just an overlay. Yeah, I saw it earlier in the race. And I was like, "What?" I briefly saw it coming around this section, funny enough, of this track where we're on board with the leaders. I was like, "What the hell was that?" And I didn't really pay much attention to it because you don't when you're driving, but it is slightly off-putting when you're seeing a big white cloud fly past your face.
The thing is that now you've said it. Now I'm looking at the clouds more. I'm thinking, like, what on earth? I've not even noticed that. Like, you can see what they're meant to be jet lines.
Oh, yellow flags again. D'Amalio? Is it D'Amalio that spun? I'm not sure what that was. It was literally, I don't know actually what that was. Nothing come up on the screen, but it does look like it possibly was D'Amalio, as he goes very wide there. Into the pits. Pitting from lap 6? This is a retires.
Oh. Must not be enjoying it as a reserve.
That was very strange. I'll try to get hold of him in the paddock. See if we can have a little chat.
Yeah. Gotta find out what's going on. What was the reason for him to retire at that point? So soon in the race. I was like, whoa, that is really weird. And I'm just basically I'm gobsmacked about this circuit right now. Right at 10-11, it's really dark.
Oh, it is.
It is really, really dark, and that's carrying on right now.
Oh no, it has fixed the overlay. The overlay has now gone. If you've noticed. I honestly, it's like that. It was, you had that jet stream line. Yeah, that's
it. It was over the head.
That's what it was.
Right. It was because I was on board with Ken Doyle at the time with him, and this jet stream line was going. It went underneath it, and he was going down the start-finish straight, and this jet stream line, which they don't move a lot like clouds do normally. They don't move jet stream lines, but this jet stream line was basically following from turn 1 all the way up to turn 9. And it was just like this is bugging me now, because like when you say this, like it's getting. You
can't stop noticing it, can you? You can't stop noticing.
Yeah, it's just like you're watching it. You're like, why am I watching this? I should not be watching this. It's like, but then it becomes more interesting than the race itself, and it's like this is unbelievable. Especially when there's a battle going on.
I'm glad I didn't notice it too much in the race. Like in the race, I just saw the white cross once. I was like, okay. I didn't think nothing of it. So when I jumped into commentary, obviously we got a lot more time to kind of look around that and not concentrate on when your next braking zone is. That's when I noticed it. But it must be a glitch, possibly. Right way of putting it, an error, a mistake with the circuit being clear or partly cloudy. Because right now, weather's slightly changed. Like you say, it's got darker in turn 11, and yet
but it's not gone back. It's gone back back light again.
Yeah,
it's just weird. It's just weird.
It might come back,
but the jet stream's there.
So 1 second, guys. He's put my chat on notifications off for a minute because I don't want you guys to keep seeing that all the time. There we go.
Yeah, the jet stream's back. There's a jet stream back over the start.
It's back. Ah! Sorry guys for putting now. It's so annoying.
It's just like I'll be honest, I am watching that more than the race right now, but Mano is so close to Johnny Stokes right now. Johnny Stokes
I'm coming out of that on board mode. I'm coming out of on board mode. But
the worst thing, I've changed over to the broadcast camera, and it's just got onto the wing of Mano as he is chasing down Johnny Stokes. But it doesn't make it any better.
I've got a good view, don't worry. I've got a good view.
It just really does not make it any better.
Oh, for God's sake. I wish I never noticed it now, but I can't stop looking at it. But yeah, Johnny Stokes' tyres are going to start to fall off now. They're now 9 laps in, so you expect him to pit in the next 2 laps for his one-stop strategy to really work. He hasn't gained the ground I think he wanted to. He's got up into 4th, so like he hasn't done too bad. Mano there, as you can see, going side by side down the Abu Dhabi Straight, up and down the hill, and not much Johnny Stokes can do, as you can see there. He had to fall in behind. As we see a change from Speedy and the Williams boys, they're now swapping places. Yeah. So Ken's saying, "All right, Joe, you have a go, mate. I can't do anything. You have a go."
Yeah, changing the guard, really, that isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And we see Nicky Niemann making a move on Matty G. And Matty G, again, can't do nothing about it. Again, them soft tyres are going to start falling off now. And mediums are going to be in their element. In their element right now.
So like, we've got Johnny Stokes, followed by Warriors, followed by Scotty Harris, followed by Nicky Niemann. So we've got the Italian drivers one after the other.
Johnny's coming in.
Johnny's coming in. He had to get in soon. Those tyres were struggling.
Here we go. So he's got, so lap 13, lap 11 to 13 was his predicted pit stop strategy. So there you go, lap 11, he's coming in.
The great thing about the Ferrari boys, though, doing different strategies means that they're not going to have a possible chance of them double stacking.
Yeah. I had that today.
But Speedy and Ken Doyle could happen with them, depending
it definitely could.
They communicate when they're going in or not.
So it happened to me today with in front of him Ferrari, where my teammate came in to retire, and he was ahead of me. So like, obviously, he was as a reserve. He wasn't a reserve. I think he was retired on track, or retired in the pit lane. But it was the same lap I needed to pit, so I had to go around one more time. And then when I come out, I got jumped. So yeah, bit of a unfortunate circumstance here. See, looking in hindsight, would you have put the 2 Williams in different strategies? Would you have left it as it is with them both on the medium tyres?
If it's working for them, I'd leave them both on medium tyres, but make sure they instruct to go in at separate separate laps, and they've got to kind of decide which one will go first. Now, personally, I'd think Ken Doyle should be the one that jumps in the pit lane first, because when he comes out, he could basically open the door for Speedy, with Speedy being in front. Undercut doesn't work as well around USA, so you want to give the advantage to the driver that's actually in front.
Yeah, definitely. See, what I would have done, I would have went for if I was Speedy, for example, probably put on the soft tyres to try and cut through, or even actually, tell a lie, I was Ken, because Ken was in second place, so put on the softs, get out ahead, and just basically completely gap Thierry and try and gain that time up, and then later on come in for the mediums. Then that way you're definitely out of the way from your teammate. As we see, is that a spinning car from Decky? Dean Fabrice? No, just an overtake. Johnny Stokes on his fresh tyres flies past Dean Fabrice, as you would expect.
Yeah. Matty doing really well with those soft tyres, 11 laps old. He should, I don't think he should come in the pits if he's going for the one stop. He should hold on to him for another lap, give himself the best chance of those mediums of getting to the end.
Yeah, I think
even though those tyres will be screaming at him.
I think right now this is the ideal. This would have been the ideal strategy to jump in on the medium tyres. So like, he pits this lap. He's already gone an extra lap, probably to make sure he doesn't get in the way of his teammate. But his teammate's on mediums, so I'm not sure why he'd gone the extra lap anyway. I would have personally came in on lap 11, the last lap.
Yeah, to be honest, I'd actually push them for another lap if I can, because those mediums do fall off the cliff at lap 15. You don't want that at all, especially on your last lap.
No, you definitely don't want to fall off. As you can see, Johnny Stokes is reeling him in, so it is that time now. He needs to kind of make a decision.
Yeah. One more lap or go in now. And he's going in now.
Does he get a car slowed down in time? He does. Bit of a lock up there though. And locked up again over the line.
Scotty Harris has picked up a few second time penalty.
Let's have a quick glance at penalties. We're about halfway, well, give or take, halfway through the race now. Let's have a look at penalties so far. So Thierry with 3-second penalty, so Speedy needs to get within 2 temps now to make the most of that. Obviously, there's a long way to go in this race yet. These guys haven't pitted. Then we have Warriors on 3, Scotty's on 3, Nicky Niemann on 6, Decky's on 6, and Matty G is on 9. Which, to be honest, for this track, I don't think it's too bad, penalty-wise.
Well, you got to figure it's not just the fact that it's penalty wise. It's that especially for Matty's side, this is no assists. He's not long come off traction control.
Move from Scotty on Warriors.
I'm on
inside line. There we go, perfect.
Decky's just about to lose place to McDutch face.
Yeah, they're going to go side by side.
Very, very good move. But takes that bit too wide. Very late braking, gives himself the inside line into 10, 13 and 14. So, but
look, this is what we were saying earlier. This is what we were saying earlier. Look at the line difference as Dean tries to make that shorter line, but as you can see, the momentum isn't there. That's it. It's very difficult. It takes a lot of skill and a lot of driver respect and understanding of each other to go side by side through Sector 3, which is possible. Happened today in assist here. So it's very possible these guys can go side by side throughout that whole sector without any kind of damage or contact. Unless you're Thierry when you get to the turn 1 and you decide to take someone out. I'm joking, Thierry. I'm joking.
He's not.
I'm not over it.
He's been no. He's been moaning about. He's been moaning about it ever since like halfway through the last race.
Man. I lost the podium.
Mate, you can't moan.
I know.
You're in tier 1. That's way above your head.
Mate. Yeah, you're right. I have 3 points. More probably today. I can't remember. I think it was an extra 2 points. So 5 points I've got from joining the season late. I'm happy with that.
To be honest, for the Thursday league, I was more happy that I got 1 point. I didn't think I'd ever get that. So
Johnny Stokes and Nicky Niemann are going side by side. This should be a simple move again from Johnny Stokes. As you can see, fresh tyres versus the slightly older mediums. Yeah, easy done. Johnny Stokes up in the 7th. I would say, actually, Speedy hasn't made the grounds up you would expect. Like,
ever since he took over from Ken Doyle, he's actually lost 3 temps to Thierry, which means that Thierry's just pushing through. But right now, Speedy's just got to think Thierry's got a penalty.
Yeah, exactly.
This is it now. This is what you got to do. Keep it clean and get closer. Because Thierry's got penalty now. Chances are he's going to get more.
Yeah, and he's got to be careful as well because as we said, Matty G gets a penalty. Right now, Mano behind is slightly starting to catch slowly, very slowly. It catches and he drops off a little every now and then. But if he gets with DRS of Ken, he's just gonna bring him into the game. So they need to really make a move. Speed needs to push on and try and drag Ken with him a little bit because Ken's in dirty air. He can't really do much around here. All he can do is save ERS, and as you can see there, 53%, 55 now. As we've got yellow flags, Dean Fabrice has spun. Yeah, big spin from Dean Fabrice. Just exiting the S's. And damage as well. Slight damage on his end plate there. Careful, more damage there. He's now a Formula Ford.
Oh no. You know what I think that is? I think that's Decky's noticed that Matty G was coming in quite quick. Tried to get out of the way to not destruct his race and gave himself that Formula Ford.
Yeah, I say the problem is as well because these guys are no assist. So like, not only did he have grass these tyres, which makes him less grippy, but without any traction control help, yeah, he's going to be gone. As Ken has come into the pits on lap 15 for soft tyres. That's quite an early call.
That's very early.
That's not a one-stop strategy, I don't believe. They can't make it at the end.
No, they can't. They're just going to be screaming. He's probably watched the other drivers and seen what they were doing. You've got to think like drivers such as Matty G. It's just come in with those soft tyres, has made it going 13 laps, 12 laps, sorry. So he's probably thinking, you know what? I'm sure they can do the same.
Well, Mano's done the same and followed him in and covered him off just in case. So I believe it's a bit early. I do believe it's a bit early. I think these medium tyres can go longer. But now Ken is in fresh air. He can start to push. That's the difference now. Mano needs to catch up. So I think Mano had the same idea as Ken. Try and get into some clean air, make the most of the softs and get in front and try and hold track position. Obviously it didn't work out for Mano because Ken's come in. But I still think it's too early personally.
So the undercut could work really well for Ken to get over his teammate. Chances of him actually getting in front of Thierry is going to be slim, as Thierry is now in the pit. So watching Ken, I'm going to watch Ken very carefully and see what if he does manage to take the lead, as Speedy and Thierry are both in the pits. Thierry is now back out.
See, I even think this is a bit. They're lap 17 now, I suppose. So yeah, lap 17 was probably the ideal to come in.
I would have went for lap 18 really, as Ken does get past his teammate, and he's right behind Thierry.
Yeah, he is. Right, Speedy lost a lot. Speedy lost a lot of ground there. Jumped by Mano, Speedy.
Yeah, but they've got that extra lap to do with those tyres, and those tyres are going to be on the cliff.
The undercut
Scotty Harris,
fantastic though for Ken.
Scotty Harris is probably going to jump in the pits now on this lap. We should be seeing him come out roughly around by Warriors.
There's something that Ken probably didn't really want is a back marker there. Well, say a back marker, someone on a different strategy, like making the tyres last a bit longer to get in the way and give Thierry a pull along. As you can see there, Thierry does make the move, retakes his first place. So yeah, not ideal for Ken. Ken probably wanted Thierry out with no one in front of him, no DRS help. As you can see that now Ken's going to start getting held up by Scotty. Does take the inside lines, got a more grippier tyre. That car should be very easy to maintain. Bit of a tail spin. Oh no, this is not what Ken wanted. This is not what Ken wanted. Thierry has now 1.7 seconds clear of these two. 2 seconds now, the gap. So all that gain he made in that pit stop has just gone out the window.
Absolutely. Ken's now on a recovery, basically a recovery drive. He needs to make sure he does not lose a second in the next 10 laps, because he loses a second, that's kissing the basically a win goodbye really.
Yeah, it is.
You got Mano and Speedy.
Sorry.
Mano and Speedy are they're right behind. So this is going to be a DRS train from Ken Doyle down to Speedy.
Yeah, so this was the problem. So someone obviously ahead was behind, doing a different strategy to the others. Maybe the times last a bit longer, and then, Thierry made the most of it and done well. So Ken's got to basically just keep within that window now and keep it clean.
Absolutely, it's the clean part. That's what you got to keep doing it. It's like, because you could see that Thierry could pick up another time penalty, but Thierry will probably start going, right, you know what, I need to get 3 seconds and keep it clean, which is a lot easier than staying within 3 seconds and keeping it clean.
So the gap to the leader, as you can see here, so Mano is 3 tenths outside of Thierry's penalty window, and Speedy himself is 8 tenths behind. So like I said, if these 3 guys can catch up to Thierry could lose the podium very, very easily.
Yeah.
Matty G gets another penalty there, so I think he's on about 12, I believe. I say that Thierry's his fastest lap. Matty G's doing fantastic in himself anyway.
He's on 18 seconds of penalties.
18, there we go.
You got Decky on 12, Nicky Newman and Warriors on 9, 3 seconds for Scotty Harris, Johnny Stokes and Thierry.
I'm glad to report, guys, that the overlay has disappeared.
No, it
No
hasn't.
more stupid overlay for the the sky.
Oh no, I can see the jet stream in the distance from Scotty Harris. So
Yeah,
it's
but
not
the
completely
jet
out of the
stream's
way.
still there, but it's not like right above their heads. If that makes sense.
It's not moving across the
No, it's not just
across the
following
track.
them around the track. Oh, as we see there, Speedy has a little look down Mano. Comparing to ERS though, Mano's going to be out of ERS very soon. He's on 15-20% now. Speedy's on 40, so Speedy has a lot better management of that ERS system than Mano. Ken ahead of him has got 43, so Ken needs to put a push on. TP on 20 as well, 20%. So yeah, Ken needs to use a bit now. Just use a little bit. Just start reeling him in. Just start reeling in TP. Help out your teammate a little bit as well. Try not to try and break Mano as well. That's what he's got to do. He's got to try and fight 2 battles here, Ken Doyle.
Yeah, but he's actually catching up with He actually started catching up with Thierry.
Here he is.
'Cause that was he's bringing it down slowly. It was 2.6 earlier. It's gone back up to 2.6, but he's bringing it down. And I also think that Ken is actually better through the S's than Thierry.
Well, Thierry's
So
we know he's been playing about with setups, don't we? Because he's obviously we've been commentating on him for the last few days in different aspects. Yeah. Careful, Speedy. That's definitely a warning you got there for cutting that corner. So he's been playing about with his setup and strategy and stuff. So I wonder if he's gone for a better straight line this time than downforce.
Yeah. Like Speedy on that last corner, 10, 11, he went really wide. Mano took it really nicely inside him. Speedy again, very late breaking into those corners, and he's losing chunks of time for it.
He always doesn't need penalties. It's always he doesn't need one. If he gets a penalty, obviously that does throw him out of contention. Because right now, looking at the gap to the leader, 3.6 seconds. So he's gained 2 temps. Mano is now within this 3-second window as well. So TP will be aware of this, seeing top 5 in his timing board. So it's going to be pressure for Thierry. Hoping and praying for any kind of penalty from these guys. And what he doesn't want is a safety car.
Well, Thierry's ERS is almost running out. He is really low on ERS. Ken Doyle on almost twice as much. Well, over twice as much.
Yeah, Ken's been using. These guys tend to listen to the stream as well. So they probably hear us talking about what everyone's ERS is on. So Ken's probably thought, okay, I'm going to use a little bit now. And TP probably reacted to that as well. Mano's saving a little bit now. He's on 20% still. And so Speedy's using up a little bit on 30%. So it's very close between these 4 guys. It's good to see a little close battle here.
See, the thing is, like a little tip that people don't really realise is that with the S-Bends, instead of coasting, just drop your throttle a little bit instead of coast. Because people tend to let go of the accelerator to give themselves a natural slowing down pace to get around the corners. If you just drop the accelerator a bit, you will get it in so much ERS that you are going to build it up dead quick through that section, which is where that's the best place to build it up, because you're going to need it for the next 2 parts of the race.
Yeah,
So when it gets to the S section, half throttle through the S section. No one's really going to make a decent attempt of an overtake in that section. So don't use all your throttle if you need to build up your ERS.
So Dennis Collier getting past his teammate, Matty G. So obviously the soft tyres coming into effect there. Matty G on the alternate strategy. Also on the normal strategy, I should say. And Dennis Collier on the alternate. TP started to push now. Yeah,
he really has. It's like 2.9 seconds. He's almost getting out of the... well, he is just outside of his penalty threshold. But if he's pushing, this is where mistakes tend to happen. So he could end up losing time if he pushes too hard in the corner, spin out, or even give himself another penalty. So he's got to be on the mark every single time now. As Ken is also pushing. He's not using the RS as much, but he can smell the win. He can really smell that win.
He definitely can. And Speedy as well. And he's managed to gain about 50% of his ERS. That basically doubled off Mano. So he does. Problem is, he needs his teammate to break away from Mano, so that he's got no DRS protection. Because right now, Mano is just basically coasting with the DRS open. Speedy can't do much really with that because it's so powerful right here, DRS.
Yeah, but like it's the DRS is in two sections that you really do need the DRS.
Yellow flags. Johnny Stokes has had a bit of a spin, I think there.
I think it'll be a half spin because he's only dropped a little bit. He's lost 2 places, but because he was in front of Warriors, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He's got time penalty to boot.
He's still going, and Ken Dawes picked up a penalty.
No.
Oh, no. So Ken is going to lose that podium at the moment.
At the moment, yeah, he has lost that podium. Let's have a look. Penalties once more. There we go. So 3 seconds just to confirm. Both drive. The top 2 have got 3 seconds, which basically puts Mano and Speedy in first and second if they can hold on and keep it clean.
Well, they'll get second and third guaranteed. It depends on if Thierry can make that gap to Mano stay above 3 seconds.
Mano had a little look there on Ken. Had a little look on Ken. Oh no! And the overlay's back. The overlay's back. For God's sake.
Don't.
EA. EA better fix this. Is what I was going to say. Codemasters need to sort their stuff out. But there you go. Ken in a bit of danger now. Thierry's with a bit of breathing space. As we see the Warriors, Anthony Guerrero making a move on Scotty. Scotty seems to be glitching about the place a little bit, or it's Warriors glitching about. I'm not too sure which one it is. I think it's Warriors himself having a bit of connection issue there. Yeah, he's definitely jumping about like a well, God knows like what. But there we go. Bit of a lag there, a lag cycle from him. There we go. Mano really starting to put pressure on now on Ken. Looked like a bit of a wide line he took there through the S's. Ken needs a miracle right now. He needs Thierry to pick up another penalty, but Thierry probably will just relax now. Speedy gets a penalty. Speedy picks up a penalty.
Oh no! Well,
this has saved his teammate potentially off the podium, but no chance now unless Mano gets a penalty. But we know Mano is extremely clean.
Well, Mano has picked up a couple of warnings.
He definitely has. As you can see, a bit of a touch there from Mano as he has a look around the Williams. Can Speedy capitalise on it? Has the inside line. Can't get that car to pick up the grip he needed. Ken's going to down defend the inside for the next one. Speedy's going to try and jump him. Oh, Mano shuts the door. Completely says, no, you're not having this space. Very aggressive there from Mano. Speedy can try and switch it back on the inside. Can't get it down at the moment, but this is pressure now. Look at Thierry, 4.2 seconds the gap between him and Ken. All this battling, it's just letting Thierry run away with it at the moment. So Mano's chance of first place is at the moment out the window. He can still get second. He could still maintain second place if he just keeps it clean. 3 laps to go in this race.
Thierry is on 5 warnings in total, so that'll be the 3 seconds, and so 1 more warning.
Mano picks a penalty.
Picked up a penalty.
Now
it's all
level
done on track.
field. It's level playing field once more. Thierry could be picked up another penalty. He's back to square one again. Right now, he's safe from everyone. Everyone's got the same penalties. No one's kept it clean other than DeMarlo, who DNF'd. But even he picked up 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Matty G, don't forget, reserves need to retire, mate. He's got too involved in the racing, I think, Matty G. He's missed his retirement window.
He could easily get disqualified at the moment because he's on 27 seconds of penalties.
Oh no.
So he could either get disqualified if he makes any more mistakes.
So Speedy there having a little look again on Mano. This is where it gets interesting now. We have 4 laps to go, or the end of basically 3 full laps to go. The gap between Thierry and Ken, 4.2 seconds. As Gaz let us know, 1 warning away for Thierry for a 6-second penalty. And look at these guys here right now, all on 3 seconds. Sorry, Gaz.
Even if he picks up another penalty, he's still got a safe.
Yeah. He's very, very close though. It is very close. The gaps, have a look from the leader. Well, if he picks up another penalty, he would lose the podium altogether.
No, because he's
No, he wouldn't.
4.4
No,
seconds.
they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. Yeah, he wouldn't.
You'd have to add 3 seconds onto those times difference.
Yeah, he wouldn't. He'd be still safe. He'll be still safe. So he's got a bit of breathing room. So yeah, it's all down to these guys now. It's basically back to a level playing field again.
Absolutely, it's basically giving Thierry the win really right now. As we are final 3 laps.
Yeah, literally 2.5 here. The Mano is, as you can see, ERS is depleted. So has Speedy. Mano's having a little look down the inside. We're going to look on board with Speedy Cam right now. Mano gets the inside.
Squeeze that squeeze. Oh, what a
late on the break from Ken. This is what we were saying earlier about that outside line being so effective there, because it gives you the inside line. Mano again, he's really pushing Ken away, and he got a spinner. Disqualified from the race was, as you called it.
Yeah.
Really, mate.
Yeah, I was actually watching it to see when it was going to happen. And instead, what happened is I decided I'm going to watch the battle at the front, see what's going on there, and then I just kind of miss him, just getting disqualified. But I've got to give it to Matty. Well done for the effort he's put in, just because he's still quite new to the no assists, and this is a tough circuit to get right.
It definitely is. Matty Green. Well, there's the disqualification. There we go. You heard us. There's your disqualification. Let's have a little look on penalties. I want to see how close the next driver is for a penalty. Decky's got 21 seconds, so a couple more from him, and it'll be the next one to receive that disqualification. But with 2 laps to go, I assume he'll be safe.
Yeah, I think it hits 30 seconds, and then that's when it's game over.
Yeah. Well, there we go. So far, we've got a battle now for the last podium spot between the 2 Williams boys. This is going to be a good fight now, because these guys will fight it to the end. Late on the brakes from Speedy to get in front, and he does. So these younger lap tyres are starting to come into play now. As we called it earlier as well. As you said it earlier, Gaz, you called it. You said that the extra lap will help him out at the very end, and it has.
Yeah, it really has. See, that's why you have to push for that extra lap if you can.
Speedy gets a penalty.
Oh no!
He ran wide.
No way!
All that hard work he's just done.
I was on board and I was just seeing it. I was just seeing it just drifting over that white line a little bit too much.
Oh, last lap of this race, and he's picked up a penalty. Oh, I think he's got a good shout to get Mano as well, so we're going to stay on board with this battle. TP, on the other hand, is gone. 6.2 seconds. He can afford to get another 2 penalties before he's even worried about these guys. But there we go. All this battling does make you lose time. And as you can see, let's have a look with the battle now. Speedy, currently with 6 seconds of penalties. Gone wide again. Very wide for Speedy. He's starting to really make some mistakes now. The pressure is getting to him. I think it's a bit too late now for a move on Mano. He's too far back. Go on, guys.
That line that Mano took through turn 11, it was just perfect. It was the late apex. He gave him all the speed he needed to give himself a distance into the straight. And late braking from Speedy there, trying to close that gap up, but it's just not going to work.
He's
really
trying
at this
everything
point
he
in the race.
can, isn't he? He could try one more attack here if he goes for the shallow line and tries to hold off. But No, he's going too far. Anyway, we'll jump on board with the leader. Thierry, as he comes round the final two corners, he's led a fantastic race today. As I said, we thought we could have lost it earlier with the penalty. He has a little wiggle there, knows we're watching him, but fantastic drive from him. Thierry is your race winner today. Mano will pick up second place. Unless any penalties happen at the end, I don't think it will. Does pick up second. Ken jumps his teammate and gets third. Speedy, that's so unfortunate from him on that last bit. Scotty Harris now, let's have a look. We're not looking at the penalties now, we're going to see how this lays, but I believe he's got enough of a gap between him and Anthony Guerrero. Let's have a look now. Scotty comes around the last corner, crosses the line in 5th place. Warriors, he's run out of fuel. He slowed down to let a Ferrari pass. Let Johnny Stokes past. Has he run out of fuel? I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, he had a lot of penalties on as well, so he might just better give it over just for the sake of I've got penalties anyway. You might as well have the place.
Yeah, it's very true. There we go. Waiting for Nicky Niemann now to cross the line. Last to cross the line. Decky obviously was lapped, so he was already crossed. All these drivers will score points anyway, so very well done to everyone involved in this race. Nicky Niemann has basically the track to himself, has all the screen time he wants. But there we go.
See, if this is you, you'll be doing donuts right now.
100%. I would have realised ages ago. I'd have been doing donuts straight away. But there we go. Quickly read some chat messages from Matthew Green. Yeah, sorry, forgot about the retiring thing. So engrossed in the race. Yeah, do you know what? It's fair enough. You did really well, so well done. Would have been P9. Also, Gaz, you keep getting it wrong. I have always ran with no traction control. It's ABS I need to learn to turn off. Ah, there we go.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
Fair enough.
So do well apologise about that. You just must be really bad at keeping the car going straight. That's all good.
Yeah, you just can't stop the car, that's what it is. But there we go. There's your race leader there, Thierry. Fantastic from him. With the champagne bottle. It's a very strange sight to see a Red Bull, Mercedes and a Williams on the podium. Well, there we go. This is your final classification of the race. Thierry is your race winner. Started first. Got a bit of a scary moment when Ken overtook him on the first corner, but manages to hold it off and win the race. Mano comes second, so you have a Dutch 1-2. Very well done from them guys. Ken Doyle is in 3rd place. Unfortunately for Speedy, drops down into 4th. We have Scotty Harris in 5th, Johnny Stokes in 6th, Anthony Guerrero in 7th, Dennis Collar in 8th, Nicky Niemann in 9th, Dean Fabrice will round up in 10th, and our 2 reserves there, Damalio and Matty Green. Thank you guys for jumping into, just to take part really. But there we go. So guys, as in the assisted tier, we won't be inducting through any interviews today. Bearing in mind that we've had a lot of issues, but we've had a big situation we've had to deal with. So there will be no interviews today, unfortunately. But thank you guys for all watching this race here in USA. Gaz, any final thoughts?
I'd just like to look at the final time for Thierry. His final race time was 44 minutes, 44 seconds, .449.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Which is mental. But yeah, but good race. I hate USA. I think it's the Frankenstein of good corners that makes a monster of a circuit, and in a bad term when I use the word monster. Like anything out of America, it just copies everything for the world, but it just happens. I really hard, but I'm glad the racing has been really good. It's been really entertaining. So thanks to the drivers for putting all that effort in today.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I said, don't forget to join us still for the regionals on Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll probably get more information to you on the Discord regarding the rebranding and that kind of stuff. That'll be coming hopefully in the next few weeks. But thank you guys for sticking with us anyway, and seeing out the end of the season. Thank you very much for joining me, guys, watching at home. But we'll see you next time here at DxT TV Live, or even on DxT Ferret Gaming. Don't forget, tune in on that. Like and subscribe to the video. I'm 2 away from 100. Gaz is doing very well on his channel as well, so do hit the subscribe button if you've got time. But yeah, from us here, thank you very much, and good night.
Good night.